Hey guys, just wanted to make a video on setting up a study in Motivewave from scratch. So what I'm going to show you guys how to do is how to create the study header and then the settings menu. So in Motivewave, the study header will show is where we'll input what dropdown it goes under and the name of the study. And then for the settings menu, that's going to create the settings menu kind of like this, and it's also going to create a quick menu, which is the menu when we click the cog here. So we have the main menu, and then we have that quick settings menu. So first thing we're going to do is, as you can see, we have the layout here. If you need help setting this up, you can check out one of my previous videos. But once we have this set up, you can see under source and study, we have our file. So I just made a file called tutorial.java. And first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do package study. So whatever folder this is under, you're gonna do package and then that folder name. So first thing we're gonna do is we are going to create the study header, which is where we're going to put the name of the study, what menu the study is under, the description of the study, and some other information. So to do that, we are going to, you can see over here in the docs for the study header, the package needed is this package here. So I'm just going to copy this to make things easier. Import that, and then do import that, and then do dot study header. So now that we have that added, the syntax for adding the study header is at, and then we'll do study header. And inside the study header, we're going to have a few required fields and then a few fields that we can add that are optional here. So these are the required fields. First one we're going to add is the namespace. So this is essentially just unique for whatever organization. So I'm just going to do com.unfinished. Next thing is the ID, so it just needs to be a unique ID. I'm just going to do my study 1. And then for the name of the study, this is what's going to show up as the actual name under whatever drop-down menu. I'm going to name it tutorial. And then I'm going to create a description, and we're going to say this indicator does nothing. And then for the, let's create a menu. So I'm gonna create a menu called YouTube, and it'll show under that menu in the study dropdown. Next thing that we are going to do is we are going to create another menu. So to create multiple menus or have it under multiple menus, we can do menu 2 and then do custom studies. So now it's going to be under the YouTube menu and also the custom studies menu here. And then the last one I'm going to add is, I'm going to actually add a couple more. Overlay is required. It's not going to overlay anything, so I'm going to put false since the study is actually going to do nothing. We can also do a few other things. We can add a help link. So if we have some website that it can refer to, let's do, for example purposes, I'm just going to do youtube.com. You can add whatever link to something that describes the indicator or maybe how to use it. You can put it there. And there's a few other things that we can do, but I'm just going to leave it at that actually. I'm going to take away this comma. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to set up the encapsulating class for the whole study. So I'm going to do public class, and then we have to name it tutorial since that's the name of our Java file here that we created. And we're going to do extends study. So it has to extend the a package from Motivewave. So I'm going to click tab, so that will actually import study there. And here's where we're going to create the actual settings menu. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do at override, and then we're going to do public void, which is just for functions or methods that don't return anything or return any value, and then initialize, and then I'm going to plug in defaults. So this is another thing that Motivewave provides that imported that as well. It's something that we can use to create, have default colors, and instead of importing something or putting something specific, we can just use defaults. So first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to set up the descriptor. So I'm going to do var sd equals create sd. So you can see this is the settings descriptor. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to create a tab, a group, and then start creating the menu from there. So I'm going to show you what all that means. So if we go to a random study here, we can see these are the tabs. So options and toolbar are automatically added by Motivewave. These are the ones that we specify. So we have general and we have advanced. So in this study, you would add a general tab and an advanced tab. And then these inputs, lines, indicators, guides, those are groups. And then under those groups, we have specific inputs there. So I'm gonna go back and we are going to create a tab. Let's call this tab general settings. So I'm going to do var tab and set that equal to sd.add tab, and we're going to name the tab general settings. Now once we have that added, we're going to add a group under the general settings, and I'm just going to name the group do variable general and do something similar, tab.add group. So we're just going to add a group there, and we're just going to name this group general. So it's going to be under the general settings tab, and the group is going to be general. Now that we have the group, we're going to add specific descriptors or specific settings to that. So to do that, we are going to do general dot add row. Once we add a row, we're going to do new, and then we're going to find a descriptor that we want to add. So I'm going to go here to the docs in Motivewave. I'm going to link these in the description as well. So this is under the description package here, and we can see all the descriptors. So these are all the things that we can use: guide descriptor, color descriptor, bar size descriptor. So I'm going to just add a color descriptor. So we're going to do new and then color descriptor, click tab, that's going to import that at the top. And for the color descriptor, we can see a few ways that we can add it. So I'm going to, as you can see here, we can add a string name, string label, and then a default value. So I'm just going to do color for the name, color for the label, and then for the default value, I'm going to pull from defaults and do get red. So we're just going to have it be default, be a red color there. And we can do quite a few other things that we want. So let's do general, let's add another row, new, and let's find a new descriptor of something we want to add. So let's add a string descriptor. So let's do here, so new string descriptor tab, and then let's do string. For the label, I'm also just going to do string. And then we also have a string here, which I'm just going to put as blank. Save. So now we have a menu, we have a general tab with a general group. Under the general group, we have a color descriptor and a string descriptor. So we can have a string, we have a color that is by default red. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a quick settings. So we're going to go a couple spaces down and do sd.add quick settings. And for the string, I'm going to put color. And then we are going to add another quick settings. We do sd.add quick settings and then do string. Now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and build this, and so we can see what it looks like. Run as target. There. Now let's go to Motivewave and go to study. Now we can see we have a custom studies here, which has tutorial. We also have YouTube, which has tutorial. So I'm going to click on this, and now you can see we have default color, which is red. We have a string input value. Let's create. The study does nothing, as you can see down here. And then you see the quick menu also has those two settings. So that's pretty much it for the video. Thanks for watching.